What's up, guys? This is Brent with Western Equipment. Now, one of the main issues that we have on our mowers, or one of the main complaints that I hear all the time, is that my mower keeps breaking the belt. And what I'm talking about is going to be the belt that runs along your deck here to run your blades. Now, I'm going to give you three main issues that cause this, and if you happen to have any of these issues, maybe this will help you fix it. Now, number one is going to be bad bearings on either our spindle or our pulley. So oftentimes what happens here is that these pulleys are running at very, very high speeds. They get hot, and sometimes we can get those bad bearings if we're not properly maintaining those spindles and those idlers that are on our deck. So the main thing to do here to make sure that we are doing all we can to avoid that is making sure that we are greasing our mower spindles and also lubricating our idlers underneath to make sure that we are staying away from having those bad bearings. Now, to be able to check and see if you have a bad bearing, one thing that you can do is you can take your belt off, kind of grab a hold of that pulley on that spindle and see if you have any play in it. And then also on your idlers, we can take those off and give them a spin like this one here and see if we happen to hear a sound like this. If we're hearing this sound, it means that we do have a bearing that's going out and that we need to go ahead and replace that idler to keep us from having that damage in the future. Now, the next one is a little less common. This is one that's normally going to happen if we've had an issue before where we've had the belt come off, or we've gone over some different debris, gotten some things that have gotten mixed up into our pulleys or into our idlers that cause any type of wear or a nick or a cut in that idler. And to be able to see if we have that on these pulleys or idlers, what we're looking for are going to be these little black stringy looking things coming off of the pulleys or idlers. These are going to be indications that that part of your machine is cutting on that belt. So if we want to make sure and check for that, be looking for signs of this, be looking for these little black strings here to be not only hanging off of our pulleys and idlers, but also off of our belt. That way we can go back and inspect each one of those individually, see which one's bad, and make sure and get it changed out. Now, this last issue is the one that we see the most of. This is what causes most people their issue, and that is going to be deck material buildup. So what I'm talking about here is on top of the deck. Whenever we get done mowing, there is oftentimes going to be a buildup of dirt, grass, clippings, sticks, trash, anything you can think of that you had mowed through. A lot of times we're going to get that buildup on top of the deck here, and it can get so bad that you can have that dirt that has the old grass in it. Once that's sat over the winter, you bring it out for the spring, it can actually start to sprout new grass like the one that you see here. And this is an issue for many different reasons. For one, all of this clumping together is putting pressure on that belt system. So it is causing extra friction, it's causing extra pressure that can cause that belt to wear and maybe eventually snap. Now, for two, if you have enough dirt on top of your deck that it is growing new grass, then you have moisture in that dirt that's also seeping down into that spindle housing, which essentially is going to find its way into the bearings, which leads us back to number one, that is going to maybe cause you that bearing damage. And then for two, if we have all that buildup, now we are moving back to number two and looking into having damage on our pulleys and idlers. So it is very essential that once you get done mowing, very, very quickly, just clean off the top of that deck, whether it be with a blower, which is the way that I definitely suggest you go. If you don't have that, go ahead and use your water hose. Make sure and get that cleaned off, and then go drive your mower around. Make sure to get it good and dry on top so we don't have that moisture sitting on top of that mower. But for instance, right here on this X320, I've got a little buildup right back here in the back where it likes to stay and clump up. But if I just simply go and grab a blower, bend down just a little bit and blow that off of the back, make sure that underneath all of my pulleys and spindles that is cleared out, then I've eliminated that chance of having that buildup to keep reoccurring. So make sure that if you are having these issues with your belt, that you are checking these three things, making sure that you're good to go to maybe help save you some money in the future. So guys, I hope you liked this video. I hope this helped you out. If it did, we just ask you to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, guys, if you are needing any John Deere parts at all, if you've had these issues and you need new pulleys or a new belt, make sure to check us out at 247parts.com. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Hey guys, make sure to check out this cool video and this one. Buy your parts right up here and subscribe right here.